the scratch pad is going to face this direction facing you, like right here, right on top of the canopy. You got it. And then you put on the plastic cover on top of the cat. There you go. And then you're going to swivel the other side. Yep. Top that. Got it. Yeah. And then it should be all set. There you are. Thank you so much.
I have an industrial materials class and he has Viscom, and we'll just take our classes to that lab, which is like right by our room. So we're just in and out of there all day. So I'll have kids in my class go over, like 10th, 11th, and 12th graders go over and draw their stuff up while the rest of the kids are in the class, and they're all working on different projects. So it works out good.
I see the future. I see the future of our region as we have all these young people with all this enthusiasm who want to learn. And those of us, adults, whether we're in policy-making places, whether in government, the private sector, the foundations, university, it's our job to unleash that talent and that enthusiasm that these young people have. And to see something like today, STEAM learning coming together with a couple of dozen, more than a couple of dozen school districts from throughout the region is really, really important. I like to say Pittsburgh, we're the city of bridges, and bridges of connection, connecting people to the opportunities that are there. So with the AIU and with our foundations, and none of this would happen. And she mentioned Greg, and Greg's been such an advocate, Greg Bear, for so long. But all our foundations and philanthropic communities, the Penguins Foundation, the Chevron Foundation, the Hillman Foundation, the Grable Foundation, and Benton, who are sponsors of all of this, have been very helpful. And then the partners that we have at all levels of government.
Now, do they learn like elements of history and stuff while they're doing it?
So the goal is, so for example, the history teacher would tell them, okay, do a speech of Benjamin Franklin approaching the Continental Congress about why the state bird should be the turkey, right? Mm-hmm. And so he would actually write the speech, upload it into VR, do the speech, export the video, and then the class of the teacher can watch him as Benjamin Franklin giving the speech.
That's cool.
Yeah,
when you make a change in a school, you know that it takes a lot. It takes a lot of support, it takes a lot of resources, and those things aren't easy to come by all the time. So we started having things start to fall in place at South Allegheny when we were allowed to start going to the AIU for professional development. And of course, we came across the STEAM Catalyst grant, and I knew we had to go. The word catalyst is perfect because it planted the seed at South Allegheny that really sparked a big change in our school district. And some of those changes just started with physical spaces within our district. So this is a normal classroom. That's the same classroom. This is our STEAM room this summer. This is our STEAM room next. This is our library from this summer. Current library. We added in a new video production studio this year where students are making their own video productions. We have a new recording studio in our school. So you can just imagine their excitement when they got to school the first day and they saw all these new spaces, because it was drab before and now we have these fabulous spaces for them to learn in. We also, in this change, started adding new classes. Okay, so we have coding, STEM, and you can see from these pictures what it gives us. It's exposure to new things, collaboration for our students, engagement. They're fully engaged in these lessons. They're excited about school. I hear things like, I wanted to get back to your class today because I needed to figure out why my code wasn't working, or I couldn't wait to get to 10th period today. They're actually running into our classes instead of out of our classes at this point. And finally, the pride that they're showing, we didn't have school today, and when I asked my students to come, they willingly accepted, and they're here on a day off from school. So they're proud of their work. So stop by and see us. We're down at the other end. Thank you very much.
brief overview of what we did in our material science class, which is science of that technical word getting stuff. And then
my name is Brandon. The first thing we did was material ID. The first day we walked in, he gave us one random thing and told us to categorize it as best we could.
And then the next thing we did was we looked at the structure. What we looked at was mostly metals, and this was just a brief, simple examples of the structure of metals. We looked at some things.
The next thing we did was we did material analysis, which was to understand how to put things together and solder them to make one thing work together.
And the next thing we looked at was we melted and bismuth, and we looked at how it looked, like how it melted and easily melted, and then we compared that with the composition of solder.
This shows the eutectic point, which also means easy melting, which is where when they both combine, where it's like a 60-40 ratio where it melts real fast.
And then we applied that to real life stuff and made a small little flip switch, which we do actually have at our booth that you come to.
This is corrosion, which involves oxidation and reduction.
And seeing all this actually helped us out, and actually doing hands-on learning was really nice. I actually personally want to go into an engineering field, so seeing all this is really helpful, seeing what I would actually want to do, what maybe I don't want to do.
This has changed my life because I used to be wanting to just get out of school, hated it, and now I'm actually coming to class every day wanting to learn more and more and more about material science and how maybe I would future this and not what I would in the past.
And then if you guys have any other questions or see what we do, you guys can come to our table and we can help you out. Thank you for your time.
Dramatization of how the computer science program came to be in the Breckboro School District. Chapter 1, Computer Science at the High School, starts with yours truly, sitting in the office working on something very important when in floated the gift. What's the gift? It's the Great Idea Fairy. And in our district, that's our Director of Curriculum Instruction and Professional Development, Lindsay Klausnitzer. And she's uttered the question that superintendents never want to hear. Do you have a minute? Because we know it's never going to be a minute. But the twinkle in her eye told me that I couldn't say no. That's the end of chapter 1 scene. Now we go to chapter 2. She walks in, she closes the door, she sits down and she says, Amy, I want to start a computer science program in the district. And I know how you are, so I'm going to tell you right now I have a plan. I said, great, what's your plan? Well, I have a teacher, his name is Chris Pierce, he's at the high school, and he wants to teach computer science. He'll be trained by the summer. I've already connected with the AIU and code.org because I know what you're going to tell me. We don't have any money to do this. So they're going to do professional training for and we're going to use curriculum from code.org. How can I say no? That takes us to the end of chapter 2. We started with one AP science course, 9 students. 2 of them passed the computer science test the very first time. Takes us to chapter 3. Now the kid has an ally in Mr. Pierce, so I'm really in trouble. They come back to me and they say, remember that Mr. Pierce didn't have a full schedule last year, so we're ready to continue and expand our program. And I know what you're going to say, Amy. You're going to say that we don't have the money to do this. So guess what? We already applied for the STEAM Catalyst grant. And we have the equipment and the materials that we're going to need to expand. So chapter 3, the end, we have 3 computer science courses. Now here's the part that I wasn't really ready for. We went from 9 students at the high school to 250 in grades 6 through 12. That's the power of a gift and allies. Chapter 4, our current year. I would have thought they'd have slowed down, but no, they weren't happy staying in-house. They had to go to AIU and bring their computer science academy program into our district. So now we had 2 courses at the middle school. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Pierce, who's standing in this room right now, said I'm going to start a computer science program too, after school. And we have 20 students enrolled in that. At the high school, we had computer science courses 3 by the end of the year. Again, we're not even to the end of the year. 321 students, grades 6 through 12. PA Smart Grant came out. Governor said we want to invest in computer science and STEAM technologies and education. We applied for that grant. We don't know what the outcome is yet, but we're going to get there with or without it because we need that script training. We need to have a comprehensive program in grades kindergarten through 12th grade, and we're going to get there. Chapter 5 is still in progress because not only does the gift have an ally in Mr. Chris Pierce, now my elementary teachers are knocking on my door. Guess what they're asking me? Do you have a minute? We want a computer science program at the elementary level. Can we do it? How can I say no? Our story isn't done, so I can't tell you how it ends, but I can tell you what the moral of the story is. We know that problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, and innovation has to come back into the classroom. We know that computer science careers are going to expand as we move forward. We need that collaboration, and we need to work together because isn't it our job to prepare the students for life after high school? So I won't say goodbye, I won't say the end, I'll say to be continued.
Alice normally, and then export your world and runs in VR. We have a separate player that loads that exported world.
Now, what set can you use it with? Do you need a special set, or?
So this is an Oculus Rift. It runs on the Rift S. We're aiming for the Quest soon, and it runs on the Vive. And I'm getting a strong recommendation of running on the Go.
Oh, you want to?
No, yeah, no, I just told him.
I say that because our work is around understanding the ecosystem of opportunities and experiences for learners and connecting them. We want to connect the district administrator to the program director of the science program at the community center. We want the counselor to connect with the new computer science program that's happening in the church basement. We want our formal environment to connect with the out-of-school time environment consistently and constantly. And we want to authentically extend the pipeline and pathway to learning for every single one of our STEAM and computer science ecosystems. We're hoping to do that in 2 ways. The first way, we're hoping to work with, and we are working with actually, the University of Pittsburgh. We have been working with them for the past 2 years to help broaden participation in STEM systemically. And I say that because admissions at the University of Pittsburgh, as a part of an NSF project, is credentialing 3 college STEM programs that have been taking place on campus for generations and years. And they're going to start using them as a factor in the admissions decision process. 3 college STEM programs are a great entry point for a bunch of minority students in our region and nationally. And normally, SAT scores are the main factor for admissions decisions. However, what the University of Pittsburgh has found, what much research is looking at, is that SAT scores have demonstrated that they are biased indicators for admissions decisions. They promote structural inequity is specific for specific groups of students. Students in poverty, especially Black and brown students. So as a part of this project, those participants in pre-college programs and in those informal learning environments will have a bit more weight when it comes to the admissions process as it relates to the University of Pittsburgh.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So that was great energy already this morning. I was sort of worried for me that I thought I had to bring Brandon and Sam back up to start making things blow up. I do want to take a moment and just share how exciting it is to be here with you today. And not only, just about being able to share the good news around the Commonwealth, but, in this job, any opportunity that I have to really feed off of the energy and the composure and the vision of amazing individuals like you, my team and I try to take that opportunity and just jump at it, to go back and be reminded why it is we do what we do each and every day on behalf of the students of the Commonwealth. And today I've been impressed. I've been extremely impressed. Already. But then I have to be reminded I am normally impressed when I get to visit schools and classrooms and teachers around the Commonwealth. What we see teachers do each and every day in our classrooms is absolutely amazing, but especially when it comes to STEM education. And that's because of schools like you and partners like you that are represented here today, and our organizations across this region and across the Commonwealth. And really expanding our opportunities for students to expose themselves in STEM experiences. And because of the progress you've made not only in our schools, but across our communities, and the progress that has been made in schools and communities across the Commonwealth. And because of that progress, Pennsylvania can claim and really validate the fact that it has become a national leader in this world of STEM and computer science. You may not have known, but I'm always proud to share that Pennsylvania has the second highest number of STEM ecosystems in the United States. In Pennsylvania, we now have 8 STEM ecosystems. And those ecosystems are leveraging entire community resources to offer students access to STEM-rich learning environments. We help prepare students for college, career, and community readiness, and we bolster Pennsylvania's future by strengthening our workforce. And where we are today, this region absolutely knows the value of STEM ecosystems. Because Remake Learning was established here in 2015, and it was one of the Commonwealth's first nationally recognized STEM ecosystems. And because of that vision, we've been able to go on and add an additional 7 more ecosystems. And we've made a lot of progress since advancing STEM education since 2015. I remember one of my first conversations around STEM and computer science, and I was asked quite, blankly, so what's the vision for STEM and computer science? And as secretary, I had no idea. But I knew what I had done as an educator in the classroom, and I know what I had done as a principal, and I know what I had done as a superintendent, so I realized do the smart thing and find others who are knowledgeable in this area and create a network of partners that will help advance this vision across the Commonwealth. Here we are today. In 2016, we launched a statewide cross-sector STEM coalition, and today we have over 150 members represented. In 2017, the State Board of Education adopted computer science standards for students. In 2019, we released our guidelines for colleges and universities to use when preparing teachers to become computer science instructors. And the governor has been a champion, as we heard today, of these initiatives. He's been really focused on our access and renewing opportunities for STEM and computer science education because we know that jobs require those skills. And these skills are projected to drive our economy, the Pennsylvania economy, moving forward. So in 2018, he introduced an initiative called PA Smart. And PA Smart is comprised of several grant programs, including a targeted grant offered by PA that provides funding to schools across the state to expand computer science education. Which is a good thing because folks kind of realize and are noticing that there is funding and opportunities to create networks for computer science. And as a result of that investment, PA Smart's first year of funding, more than 1,200 Pennsylvania teachers are receiving training in how to effectively introduce computer science and STEM opportunities in their classroom. That's 1,200 educators in 1,200 classrooms in more than 200 school districts, charter schools in every corner of the state engaging and advancing this work. Repeat, before PA Smart, many school districts didn't have the staff or resources to offer computer science. And now, today, we are building stronger networks of computer science teachers, educators, and education across the Commonwealth. So, I'm excited to say that today, I can announce that the Wolf administration is awarding more than $5 billion to 163 more school districts and charter schools in year 2 of the PA Smart Targeted Grant Program. That's a PA Smart grant for every district that applied this year. This newest round of funding, an additional 617 educators will receive training to take back to their classrooms and to share with their students. We will be able to experience students like Terrell, who I met today, who out of Duquesne, who built a guitar, out of STEM software and could manipulate, this piece of technology in ways I couldn't even imagine. Mr. Pierce to continue the work that he's doing with his students, and I got to see a small demonstration that was absolutely amazing and impressive. And to build opportunities for more and more educators across the Commonwealth to do the same. Nearly 1/3 of our districts that received this funding reported that they did not offer any computer science course in their district in 2018. And now, some of these teachers will start their training as soon as next week. This means that in just 2 years of funding, Governor Wolf and his team has been able to invest nearly $14 million in PA Smart targeted grants to provide professional development to over 1,800 educators in 412 school districts and charter schools, which translates to thousands of computer science experiences for students across the state. These are experiences that didn't exist a few years ago. And by creating more educational opportunities for students, whether in STEM, in STEAM, in STREAM, in STEM-H, computer science, or other areas of study, we know that Pennsylvania is building a stronger future. And PA Smart is just one tool to help Pennsylvania achieve the goal Governor Wolf outlined in his budget address last year, to have the strongest workforce in the country. But it is Pennsylvania's teachers, our partners in the administration, administrators, parents, other elected officials, and advocates who are supporting the learning in our classrooms every day, which is building Pennsylvania's future. So I'm excited that I can share this breaking news with you today, that PA Smart will be aiding even more schools and teachers in creating educational opportunities for our students. And I'm proud to be a colleague and to be part of an administration that not only advances these opportunities, but believes in the future of our students and the power of educators in the classroom. So thank you for inviting me today, allowing me to share some great work, but most importantly, all you do on behalf of our students, our communities, and all others we serve. So thank you for all that you do. Your hard work is noticed and appreciated.